what's up guys, it's me Stevie Boi, and I have a very special travel episode of Stevie Boi Eats. I am in the wonderful city, beautiful city of Philadelphia because I am releasing my Pink Baby Boy ice cream at Little Baby's ice cream shop, and I also want you guys to stay tuned because I have something very special towards the end of this episode. Hey, it's me Stevie Boi, and you are watching Stevie Boi Eats.
Well, Philly's a town of neighborhoods. There's South Philly, North Philly, you have Fishtown, you have West Philly, Art Museum area, Gayborhood, and like the list continues. And each neighborhood has its own vibe and its own personality.
Hey, what's up world? It's me, fashion designer Stevie Boi, actually aka almost chef of some sort, or ice cream connoisseur. I'm here at Little Baby's here in Philadelphia. I'm specifically here at the actual headquarters, and I have Pink Baby Boy, my new ice cream flavor that I'm so excited to release at Little Baby's. And as you can see right here, can you see? It's all about pink. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Let's see what people think about the flavor of the ice cream. I gotta go. There's people here. Gotta go. Bye.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rick. I'm at Little Baby's Ice Cream's social media coordinator, communications czar. I lost a good and plenty, but it's all right. There's plenty more where that came from. So Little Baby's Ice Cream was founded in 2011 by a couple of musicians who met through the Philadelphia scene who were looking for a new medium in which to be creative. And ice cream, of course, is kind of a blank canvas, and you can really do anything with it. And they started making it. They started selling it out of tricycles at weddings to people with tattoos and funny haircuts and underground concerts and whatnot. And then it grew a little more. We have this shop. We've got another 2 in Philadelphia now, another one on the way. We're in Baltimore. We're in DC every Sunday. And we've got pints in a lot of grocery stores, Whole Foods stores, places like that. Little Baby's Ice Cream is a feeling.
Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Stevie Boi and Megan.
Yeah, man.
And we are here in Philadelphia at the Little Baby's headquarters. I'm super excited because even though, as you've seen before, I tried my ice cream, I love my ice cream. Listen, we're having fun. We're having a great time here. We're having a little event situation. We have the sunglasses right here. Larry, you want to get that? Bing, bing. That works. Whatever. Anyway, so what is your favorite thing about, I don't know, just ice cream?
Good. I mean, I eat so much of it while I'm here, it's insane.
Absolutely.
You just never get tired of it.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, aside from my ice cream, which is called, what is it called?
Hey, Baby Boy with the blue eyes.
I should know the name of my own ice cream. Pink Baby Boy. I do have to say this because I want to just go ahead and add this in there. This Maryland barbecue is something else. It's fire. I actually like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
they've been doing something very interesting here. With the candies and stuff like that on top.
Oh yeah, nerds. You gonna play?
The nerds, and it's so fire. Well, back to me. Listen, I'm trying to show how less selfish I am. Okay? I'm trying to show that I can support other flavors. Well, back to I. You gotta come here. You gotta try the Pink by Stevie Boi ice cream, or AKA the Pink by Baby Boy ice cream. All right, this is done. I'm gonna go back to eating my ice cream. Good night. Let me just. Can I? Okay, wait.
So the Pink Baby Boy, I can't describe it. It's really good. It's like nothing I ever tasted before, but the only way you can really get to experience it is by trying it, because it's the most unique thing I've tasted in probably ever, honestly, when it comes to ice cream. So it's you gotta give it a shot.
Thank you for watching Stevie Boi Eats. I'm Zilla, this is Megan, you've been watching it, and hope you have a good day. Bye.
I can't speak English.
True.
So thus far, I'm really excited because it's just been a great moment of just people trying the ice cream, letting me know how they feel about the flavor. I always knew the flavor was going to be very, very controversial. I'm really excited about just seeing more people try it out. So let's stay tuned. All right, we're live out here on the streets. I'm touring Philly. I love this place. It's so beautiful. Make sure you stay tuned because I have a special guest coming through to talk later. And yeah, it's about to get very interesting. So I am here at Cafe Victoria's and I'm really excited because I have a very special guest coming up. Stay tuned. All right, so we are back with Tiffany D, and she happens to be, actually, I'll let her tell you. What do you do, Tiffany?
Well, I am a model. I'm a celebrity media correspondent.
Yes.
Red carpet host. I got a little clothing line I'm working on. Shush. And I just do everything.
And you're from Philly.
I'm from Philly, born and raised.
Born and
Philly.
raised. Philly in the building. I love Philadelphia. I mean, there's a lot of things here that a lot of people don't know about. Like, for example, BuzzFeed did this amazing article on, like, the size of the pizza here and the Philly cheesesteak, and that's, like, typical. But, like, there's just so many, like, things, like, here, art, hidden gems. I mean, as we know, Meek Mill's from here. We know there's a lot of great rappers and singers, Jill Scott, the list goes on, of, like, Eve. A lot of great people come from here. But what would you say is, like, hands down one of your favorite things about Philadelphia?
Ooh, my favorite things about Philly. I would say all those hidden gems, all the things that people don't know about that makes Philly unique. It's like when you go to New York, you always go to the Statue of Liberty, or you go to like all of
in which I've never been to.
Me either, which is
I
sad.
still don't think it exists.
Sad,
like I think does not exist.
So
I've
sad
never
I've never
seen
been.
it.
But it's like I like to keep those things like kind of sacred to Philly, you know, because
I
it's
like
the rich in culture too here.
I like the cuisine here. I mean, there's a lot of great restaurants. There's a lot of different great art museums, etc. Now I'm gonna jump really all over the place with our conversation because that's kind of just how I am. You know, fashion and food and music and beauty and all that stuff is the things that we talk about. How do you feel currently right now about the state of fashion? Do you think it's inclusive? Do you feel like as an African American model, as a black model, that you have opportunities? How do you feel? Especially sitting across from a designer, a black designer.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I feel like, especially in New York, like Philly is not really a huge place for fashion. fashion. So everything that I do as far as hosting or even walking in shows when I was doing runway is in New York.
Yeah.
But the standard of beauty in New York is size 0 to 6'9".
Do you think it's changing?
White. And I think that for the mainstream, it's slowly, like slightly. They may throw in one curveball in there.
Right.
But I feel like up and coming artists like such as yourself are really starting to really include people. But I don't think that it's become mainstream yet.
Yeah,
it's
I
going
agree.
there.
I think, well, see, I have mixed feelings about it because for the past almost 10 years of me doing fashion, I started off as a model, etc. Me just making sure that I include everybody in the shows. Not all the time, because you have to keep in mind as a designer, we have certain aesthetics that we go for. Like certain things I can't fit on everybody, but some people will have the opportunity, and honestly that's a lot of celebrities that kind of get those opportunities to kind of do what they want or just weasel into like certain shows, etc. But recently I've just been focused on making sure I give other people opportunities instead of just this typical norm. For years, for some very strange odd reason, I never talked about this on camera, but it's my show. I've kind of been like really annoyed because how can I say this without, I'm not trying to be politically correct, but I've given a lot of people opportunities like for my shows, but like for some odd reason no one sees that. They always assume it's like the typical, like non-black models, same height, same body structure, and that's not true. I give many people different, like one of the things I hate is like when people message me like, oh, you don't design for big girls. I design for everybody.
Right.
And why are you like singling me out?
I know.
And then like, look at me, no shade, darling, look. Like, I'm not big. But I design for everybody. And that's one of the things.
Rare.
Yeah, and then people also, this is a true fact, a lot of people don't know this. When you design clothing, the reason why we use less fabric and it's really small is because it's cheaper. If you go around designing for plus size people, you're going to be, no shade, you're going to be poor because you're investing so much money in creating samples, but a lot of people don't know that, and it's a very sensitive topic. But I design for everybody, and I have everybody walk on my shows, from different heights to different sizes. I don't really care. I think what I learned is like being a fashion designer is very simple, but it's complicated at the same time. That's due to other people's and their opinions. Like, you can never please everybody. You can't please everybody. And I kind of just woke up one day, it was like, I don't care to please everybody. And also being a designer is a challenge. Like, my current collection, pink, is all pink. I hate the color pink with a passion. I don't really like color at all. Like, that's why I wear black all the time, because it's easier and there's no like dark statement I'm trying to make. I'm just lazy as hell. Sometimes I want to wear the same outfit.
Exactly.
But I think that's where I'm at right now in the fashion state. I'm challenging myself and not trying to take the easy route out and just design only for a specific genre. I'm designing for everybody, and which is extremely challenging
too. Because like even for me, I'm not like a size 10, but I'm not a size 2, and I've been told that
you're healthy.
I'm healthy.
But you can fit my clothes. You can fit my clothes.
I can, but in other shows that I would go
and
for,
I prefer dressing girls like you anyway, because I like when I'm dressing women, like I like them to look like
women.
They look like women, not like me with an A cup.
They consider me technically plus size.
And I disagree. I would be offended. First of all, plus size.
I don't even like the term plus size.
I don't like it either.
So it's just like putting people in categories, and I feel like
your body is very
normal. Stigma, especially in like fashion, and you would go to like the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. Yeah. They're not where you are in mentality. I think that's going to take a while for people to get there.
It's really, once again, all due to budgeting. I mean, once again, it's that using that typical storytelling of the fabric, like that's literally, honestly, like the only excuse, that you could really use financially. But realistically, it's a lot of people's mentality. Like you said, they intentionally want that image. But I think that's dying down. I mean, honestly, like I always say, like the older people, that old generation is dying. And their ideals are dying, and their kids are taking over their companies that went to school with us, and a little bit more culture. So like they're bringing their friends from school or from the neighborhood or whatever, and the parents are just dying. It is what it is. It's the circle of life is now moving on, and a lot of people right now in our political climate change that drastically been going through, because I honestly feel like we're in a pits of hell right now.
Yeah, facts.
You know, but just people is, you know, you got one side over here and you got another side. That's not just in fashion, it's in business. I mean, you're looking at these corporations and companies, these kids are taking over their mom and dad businesses, and just the operation is changing for the better. But you know, that's the story of life.
Yes.
But I enjoy sitting here talking with you. I feel like there's a little bit more we have to do while we're here in Philly.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
We gotta go see some things.
Make sure you guys stay tuned to Stevie Boi Eats on this special travel episode.
How you doing? My name is Will. I'm a barber here over at South Street Barbers in Philly, and the name of the barbershop is South Street Barbers. We've been here for about a year and a half. I have another shop a couple doors over, who's been there about 10 years. And the barber scene in Philly is good. You know, there's a lot of barbershops on the block. There's been barbershops all over Philly. That's kind of what Philly is kind of known for, is barbering. So, you know, that's basically what we do here. We do all types of hair. And it's a great location. It's on South Street, and it's a busy street here in Philadelphia. We're here to service all type of nationalities. So, you know, this is basically what we do here.
So we are back. Tiffany and I are about to hit the streets of Philadelphia, so make sure you stay See the compliments here in Philadelphia.
People are so nice here.
People are nice here. You know, one thing I like about Philly, it's so like mixed. It's just so many different cultures, so many different ethnic groups.
It's really diverse.
Very, very diverse. I love Baltimore in regards to the diversity as well, and the cuisine and the restaurants, etc. But Philly just takes like a whole nother level.
So speaking of food, what's your favorite kind of food?
Italian.
Oh,
Boom. Automatically. I love Italian food.
We have this menu, and we also have a bar. When you go to do a collection, does something just like wake you up out of your sleep where you're like, oh, I got this idea? Or do you like create it around a color scheme or a theme you want to do, and then you build it around that?
Recently what I've been doing is just taking things that I don't like the color pink, and just turning it into some type of branding, you know? But I try to like do everything in themes. So like, for example, with pink, I wanted to go Barbie, but I decided not to because I thought that would be too obvious. And then I started thinking about, thank you so much. And I started thinking about other collections that were pink. So I started thinking about like the Barbie collections. And I was like, that's too obvious and easy. So I took pink and I made it kind of like a Barbie esque, but really, really goth,
Yeah.
but didn't use a lot of black. I tried to focus
I
on
got that feel.
turning it into, you know, something kind of theatrical and fun and whimsy and editorial. And that's how I came up with my current collection. But my previous collections, I would just freestyle them, honestly. Like, I had no, like, history behind it. I didn't go somewhere and get inspired. I just was like, I'm going to do an all-white collection because I don't like wearing white.
Right, and then
You
just
know?
did it.
Yeah, I just made it happen.
I love that though. I definitely love the feel of what you were saying, the goth vibe and the editorial vibe, because that's
Right.
definitely what I felt when we did that shoot before. And it was like the extra long arms and
Yes.
everything was just like
The
it
theatrics.
was life. It
Just
definitely
dramatic,
was.
extremely dramatic.
definitely
You know?
was.
And I think, like, with my brand and just who I am, like, I'm extremely dramatic, like, emotionally, mentally,
Oh.
physically.
No, you're not you.
Yes, I mean, like, I'm just, I'm just not dramatic.
Right.
You know?
Not at all.
Because that moment needed to happen. All right, thank you for tuning back in. Tiffany and I decided to come to a local bar to get, a little cocktail before we go to Miss Tootsie's. Make sure you stay tuned because we have some interesting and amazing, actually chef-inspired recipes that Miss Tootsie's private chef has actually put together for us. So stay tuned.
Miss Tootsie's was established it was 18 years ago. We celebrate our 18th anniversary on May 26th, which is my mother's birthday, and I named the restaurant after my mother. So her birthday is May 26th, so each year we celebrate that anniversary. When I first came to South Street was, at that particular time, it was a very eclectic neighborhood. Miss Tootsie's is a place, though, where people come and people feel like it's theirs. They feel like they can relate to the story.
So I am so excited. I am here at Miss Tootsie's with my girl Tiffany now. We've been having amazing conversations all day, but this is the final moment of truth.
Yes.
I love this restaurant, don't you?
Yes, all day, Miss Tootsie's.
Fire, amazing. So I'm excited because Miss D has prepared an amazing surprise meal for us. And I can't wait to see what she comes out with. So stay tuned. I'm excited because we actually just got into a really good conversation that was based around social media.
Social media, yeah.
People portray themselves on the gram, on the Twitter, and maybe even still on the MySpace, who knows, as something that they're probably not, or they just create this whole idea, and which is fine because a lot of businesses, sometimes you have to create some type of narrative to attract what you want to sell to or what you want. But let's talk about those that don't have a business. They just out here. So let me tell you something.
Out here for all
I
that.
never even got it. This is what we didn't discuss.
What?
What is up with all these people that be like literally portraying themselves like half naked on social media, but respect them?
Right.
Like,
don't slide up
touch
in my
me,
DMs.
Don't slide in my DMs. I got a man.
Right.
I got a wife. I got kids. Oh, you do?
Next post,
But you don't
beach
also-
bum, whole butt hanging out with sand on it. You know, that's
Right.
the infamous
But
photo.
I'm a Christian.
Right. Praise God. On
It's a good
Sundays.
God. No, that's very interesting. And I always thought about that because, as we are in the fashion business, I feel like a lot of people have this self-proclaimed a model because
Yep.
they have pictures on social media. To each his own, but no shade, you guys. In the real business of fashion, like that's actually what we kind of like go against.
Yeah.
Like that's not sexy. That's not.
And I feel like that's disrespectful to true, legitimate models who are out here grinding, really trying to
Right.
get in these shows, get on these magazines, in the correct way.
Yeah, absolutely. The traditional
So-
way, in which, as we know, a lot of things aren't traditional like they used to be. But I just don't understand the concept of like you literally having like your butt out and your tits out, whatever the case may be, 24/7, but saying also, please respect me. And I'm a model. I do not do porn. I am not a stripper. Are you sure? It's very interesting, just the concept in general.
Yeah.
When I do look for models though, like for anything from fashion shows to photo shoots, even when I do the power shoots, I give all people the opportunity to express themselves, like I discussed with you before. But at the same time, I also am very wary of who I choose because not everybody has the same motive when it comes to utilizing the pictures in the photo shoot for certain things. They utilize them for different things.
Exactly.
And I think that kind of crosses over and goes into the concept of like why we get the term urban models.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
First of all, if you want to be an urban model, that's completely fine. I don't know what the hell that means.
You get kind of typecast.
Yeah.
So it's like those, if you have the big butts and the big boobs, these are the publications or these are the types of jobs that you're going to get, the video vixens, the Kings magazines,
Do you
and
feel
all
like
of those things.
that level of artistry has died? Because I personally don't see that anymore. Like being something that's like praised and
I see it a lot.
really
Maybe it's just because I'm a female and I'm more prone to like paying attention to it. Maybe I don't know, but
I think
I feel like I see it a lot.
cut it out of my vision.
Yeah.
Like I don't see it as much.
I definitely do see it, and I see that more and more of these women are out here. They're seeing these Instagram models because that's what they've coined now, this term, Instagram models. And now they're getting the butt implants, and now they're getting the boob implants, and they're getting the liposuctions because they want to look like these girls that are on social media, which we'll get into that soon with fake social media messages. But I feel like it's becoming more and more prevalent. People are getting the surgery to look this way so that they can be this girl.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gearing more towards that than what women really look like.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a big butt. Not everybody has big boobs. And guess what? It's okay, hunty.
It is.
To be
really
natural.
Like not if I were a woman. I mean, even guys are now getting this type of surgery as well.
Yes.
But like what it reminds me is because I am from Augusta, Georgia. I remember like in the hot summer days seeing those red bull ants with a big butt. That's what it reminds me of. It's a bug's life.
Hashtag it's Bugs Life.
Hashtag it's a bug's life.
Oh,
But for the women that are
can't.
naturally shaped like that, I feel like now they're not even getting
They're
the
not-
credit for
they-
looking
right.
naturally like that, which is not fair.
Exactly.
But it's a very interesting thing. But I don't intentionally go out and cast those type of models because one, I don't claim them as models, and two, that's just not how clothes are made.
Yeah, and it also depends on what these women are trying to do for themselves, you know, because not everybody wants to be in New York Fashion Week or be in Vogue or be in these type of publications. Some people want to just have their 10 million followers and be an Instagram model. To each his own. No tea, no shade, y'all.
Can I tell you? I just got into a really deep conversation with a contractor that I'm working with, and we were talking about monetization, and people are monetizing off of that. So you're doing all that just for some likes. How are you actually paying your bills? I always wonder, and I'm sorry, I know this is Stevie Boi Eats, but this is a very special episode because I want to talk about hard-hitting things.
Yeah.
So like monetization is extremely important. Like on YouTube, people make money off of their videos, off their views. A lot of people don't make money off of their Instagram likes, but they can. It depends on if they have sponsorships.
Exactly.
Paid advertisement is, extremely important. But I find it very interesting just in general how people go about selling this notion like on social media that they're wealthy or that they're rich. One thing that I realized, walking down the street, you can bump into Bill Gates and not realize that you bumped into Bill Gates because he's not walking around extremely flashy. Now, I don't want to come off as a hypocrite, but at the same time, I get it. I, dress very different for a lot of people. I personally feel like I dress very normal for myself. Some people may think that I have a flashy style. I don't, because like I said, I like to wear a lot of black and I have a uniform. Latex pants, leather pants, black pants, something wrapped around the waist, and a sheer shirt and a hat. That's me.
That's you.
But, I think it's really important as a designer, as an entrepreneur, as anyone that's in any form of business, is to advertise what you want people to buy.
Exactly.
And I never understood, and this is deep, but I never understood, like, especially within our community as African Americans and Black people, wearing every other brand. I think it's important to patronize and go to Black-owned salons, restaurants, stores. That's what you should do, because that will keep the money circulating.
Yes.
And that's extremely important. If our money isn't circulating within our own communities, then we're not going to have anything to give to our grandchildren.
Exactly. A lot of people don't
dark?
understand. It wasn't dark. It is the real.
Yeah.
We're talking about real things. And I think along with this idea that we're talking about is this notion of, it all stems from this kind of like fake Instagram life, that people will go out of their way to try to obtain what they see somebody else, what it looks like somebody else has. And that's a factor in it too, because a lot of the stuff you see on Instagram, sorry to tell you, boo, it's not real. It's not real life. Like we were talking about the list. I'm not sure if you want to chat about that, but we were talking about the list and how it's not true. And so, but a lot of these things kind of like determine who you are and determine how people see you.
Right. And then the other thing is, like, if you're on the Forbes list and you make $48 million this year, you have to take into fact that a lot of people are going to now just come out of the woodworks, long lost cousins. You're going to find out you had another mother, another father. That you never know about. Like, where is all these people that I'm related to? Like, so I think it's really important to humble yourself, but to also make sure that when any of this type of information comes out, that you're a little bit well prepared. Because I wasn't. When I got added to the Times Magazine list and the Forbes list, I was extremely grateful. It's a big accomplishment. But at the same time, even just like when I had my first Vogue magazine cover, I knew I'm attracting so many different, not just crazy people, just people that need something or want something. But that's a lesson that we're not taught. That's something that we have to experience on our own.
But see, you are real though. It's like we were talking about earlier. If you have an accomplishment I should be able to Google you. I shouldn't have to. It shouldn't be so flashy. You shouldn't be able, because when we're on your Instagram, you don't see all of the. It's just Stevie Boi.
You don't see the struggle of trying to produce something or trying to put the clothing or the outfits or whatever together, dealing with the attitudes, dealing with the assistant that just got fired, that hired another assistant that has an assistant.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so much that
even all
goes
the
into
people
it.
you meet, the places you go, maybe the clubs you're invited to, or the things that people will be like, oh my god, I can't believe, because you can just Google me and see that. You know what I mean? And if you can't, then you're trying too hard to push forth this persona. Exactly. And then other people try to emulate that. And it may not be factual.
That's so true. And another thing is that, like, with the persona, the word persona itself, a lot of people get wrapped in their own persona and lose who they truly are. And which is a factor that almost happened to me, because I was just getting a lot of bookings, and I still do. I'm still booked. But I'm saying I was getting so many bookings at one point where Stevie Boi became this caricature. And I was like, oh my God, I'm losing myself. So I took like a good month off. I went to Sweden. And I went to Kent Abdel, which is the guy that owns the Tree Hotel in Sweden. And I literally stayed there for about a month. And I just took time to just be alone. And I think that's another factor too in this industry. You got to learn how to be alone sometimes. Yes. You can't sleep with yourself, and you should not be sleeping with nobody else. And on that note, we'll be right back. I saw your hand. Can I get my
Oh my goodness.
This food got us feeling some type of way.
About to be in a coma of sleep.
What do you have, by the way?
This is the watermelon iced tea. They say this is their specialty drink.
It's so fire. It's so
delicious.
Good. But we got to thank the people for watching and get into a great conversation.
Yes.
Tiffany was an awesome guest. I can't wait to actually have her come on the show again.
It's gonna be
We gotta
even
have
more
her on the
turned
show
up.
again, especially with a special that we just did, this whole travel episode here in Philadelphia. You showed me around to some amazing places. I released some ice cream.
Yes.
We got some fried chicken and waffles with some strawberries cut up on the side. You know what I'm saying? But thank you once again, Miss Tootsie's, for allowing us to come here and try your special new recipe. And also, thank you, Tiffany, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I had such a good time.
This is my new good Judy.
On and off screen.
I love her.
Yes.
But, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Stevie Boi Eats. I will see you soon.